It is starting to make sense why Oda has held off on Monkey D. Dragon for over 25 years, because he may be the single most important character in all of One Piece. Let me explain. He was far from the strongest fighter at God Valley, but his actions on that day alone have forever shaped the story of One Piece. Dragon saving Shanks led to Shanks being raised by the Roger Pirates, and years later, saving Luffy, and ultimately, Luffy getting the Nika Fruit. Shanks' influence on Luffy is also a strong reason why Luffy is the person he is today, and why he has morals unlike many other pirates. Dragon saving Kuma led to Kuma saving Ivankov, as well as many others at God Valley. Years later, Kuma would save Luffy and his crew, and also many years later, Ivankov would save Luffy from certain death in Impel Down. He saved Luffy at Logtown from Smoker, and he may have been the one to save Roger from Shiki many years ago, after Shiki's fleet was destroyed by a random storm. He saved Sabo, and years later, Sabo saved Luffy on Dressrosa. There are still decades of Dragon's life that Oda has to account for, a lot of time where we don't know what Dragon did or whose lives he has changed. His time in the Marines, the Freedom Fighters, and of course, the Revolutionary Army. If Dragon has done so much for the world since before he got a Devil Fruit, or even formed the Freedom Fighters, just think about what Dragon will do by the end of the story. And to top it off, Dragon is also the father of Luffy, who is the sun god Nika, and will bring about the dawn of the world by overthrowing the world's government and defeating Imu. Dragon has always been crucially important to the One Piece story, but now it is undeniable.